Well, hello YouTube. Here we are with a little bit of a video. Well, in front of us here we have our 2015 GMC Canyon. Well, this is the follow-up video 1 year later. Not quite from the date of purchase, however, it kind of gives you guys a little bit of a rundown on the truck itself. Well, like any new model year, there's going to be a few little minor bugs. There has been some recalls on it. Nothing too major in terms of like safety and such. But I believe there's been probably 8 or so recalls. But out of those 8 recalls, only about 2 have actually pertained to this here truck. A lot of them, they must be other models or different assembly plants or whatevers. Well, it made it through its first winter. No body damage or nothing. No accidents, no issues. It started every day this winter, no problems at all. Didn't end up getting winter tires for it because, well, really, I didn't do much highway traveling this year. The other Canyon, the 2009, that I bought her and pretty much put her right on the road in the winter time, where this one here has seen the bulk of its driving in the summer. Well, as you walk around it, it's well, still a pretty good looking truck. I haven't really done much in terms of custom touches to it, like aftermarket accessories like box covers or wheels, or getting rid of the well, wonderful factory taillights and putting custom ones in, yet anyway. The wonderful Alberta economy has a way of well, putting a stop to some of the plans that, well, you did have for this truck. However, like I said, it's been a great truck for people. Has space in the back seat to sit. I haven't had 3 people in the back seat, but there has been 2. And didn't really hear any complaining. The back seats do fold flat, which is great for hauling, you know, cargo and such. Even with the seats being all the way back in the front, the seats do fold flat without much of a trouble. As well as when you push this little lever up, the bottom part well, folds up as well, probably to give you access to the jack and, well, a few things like that. Now, of course, with my style of driving and where I have taken this here truck, I can't really give it a full once over saying that it's a good 4x4, it'll do off-road and all that, but it has definitely stood up to my style of driving. I'm not one to take a brand new truck off-road and beat it up through the mud. However, I do believe a vehicle should perform a certain way. I haven't got a trailer hitch yet on this here truck. Time, well, that'll come with time. Being I do have a second vehicle, that's why I haven't put one on here. However, you know, in time I will. The dealership is already after me to trade this truck off on one of their newer models, pretty much identical this, except a 2016. One thing I would change if I ever did it again is I would go with a 6-foot box instead of the whatever that is, 5'5" or 5'4". I bought this here 5'4" box mainly because it was the only one on the lot at the time. Had I known the way things were going to go the way they would have went, I would have bought, you know, I would have waited or bought another color or something with a 6-foot box. Now, it does have the 6,000 pound towing capacity, so it should handle whatever future RV I do decide to pick up. But until then, we'll have to leave that part or portion of this here video project kind of to imagination. Now, I don't know what the future holds for this here truck. It might stay around for a few years. I did keep the 2009 a couple of years longer than probably I should have. However, I did view the 2009 as a one-stop, one-shot deal and I never did plan to trade it off or get rid of it until the truck started to give me trouble. And unfortunately it was about five and a half years, and it started to give me trouble. So I don't know if I should keep this one for 3-4 years and trade it off, or trade it off, you know, next year when they start pushing me that much harder. Now, of course, if I do trade it off, I don't know if I should buy another truck identical to this one, except with the 6-foot box, you know, quad cab, navigation, you know, heated seats, cooled seats, all that good stuff. Or if I should go one level up and get myself a 4.3 liter V6 Sierra. Now, all in all, in terms of highway driving and what I've done with this truck, the engine has been good. The fuel economy has been good. It's been one of the better trucks that I've had. It's hard to believe that it's got a bigger, larger engine than the 2009 did. This one here has the 6-cylinder, where the 2009 had the little 4, where this one here gets way better fuel economy than the smaller engine did. Now, that could have to be a bit to do with the fact that it is the newer style engine, has a little better internals like the variable valve timing, newer fuel injection, things like that. Or maybe the 4-cylinder engines were just, I can't call them flawed or, you know, crappy, but maybe they weren't good for a truck. Maybe they're best suited in a small vehicle like a car or something like that. Now, of course, plans for the future for this here truck. Well, if the economy turns around, I'd like to get running boards for it and get mud flaps and a few things like that. Obviously, do the whole trailer hitch thing. I'd like to get a topper for it that goes, you know, on the back. Now, if I don't keep the truck, I won't be doing any of that. But if I decide to keep it for, well, a few more years, then I'll put that kind of investment into it. It's one of those things that you'll never get back out of a truck, even if you trade it off. My 2009, even though I did put aftermarket accessories in it, like tail lights and hitch and starter and winter tires and all that stuff, when it came time to trade it off, I would have been better off to have took all that off of the truck and traded it off the way she sat than we'll leave all of it on, because really it didn't make a difference in the end price, the trade-in price of the truck. Back to the truck itself, the interior has stood up really, really well for the winter, for all the, you know, snow and salt and mud that it's seen. Now, I do recommend the WeatherTech floor mats. I did clean the interior of this here truck a couple of weeks ago, and once I pulled up the driver's floor mat, there was maybe only a tablespoon or so of like sand and such under it, and even the carpet was dry. It wasn't even wet, unlike, you know, the 2009, because the WeatherTech caught a lot of that wet, a lot of that sand, didn't even make it down into the carpet. There is no bugs in the interior with the wiring, the navigation, lights, or anything like that. It so far has been, I don't want to say flawless, but it so far has been a very, very good design on the interior. Some of the other vehicles I've had, it rattles, certain things rattle, you know, the trim pads have issues, the switches don't want to work, you know, stuff like that. Well, they seem to have lucked out, or at least my truck anyway seems to be one of the ones that was built, must be on a Wednesday or something, when everybody was rowing with both oars. I still like, well, the fold down seats, the pass through. It allows you to haul some fairly good sized things in here. I haven't tried to jam anything in the back seats like table saws or bicycles or nothing, but in terms of groceries and you know, cargo like child seats and people, it hauls that really, really well. All in all, guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give this here truck probably a good 9.5. given what I've read online and what they say it can do, I'll take them at their word for it for now, for the towing capacity. I know other people who have towed trailers with these trucks, and when they get close to the towing capacity, the truck does squat and you can tell there is a trailer behind it. But keeping in mind, this is a smaller truck. It's not like a full-size truck. It's not a 1 ton nor a 3/4 ton. So when you do put a 6,000 or 7,000 pound trailer behind it, obviously you are going to notice it. Wind resistance does become a big issue, especially if you're driving well, you know, the speed limit, as well as, you know, ride of the truck you will sacrifice by, you know, towing a trailer with it. But if you're just going to use the truck for, you know, lumber runs, taking the family on vacation or so, pulling a smaller trailer or so, there you'd have no trouble at all, I believe, doing it with this here truck. Now, if you're gonna, like I said, use it as a crew truck in and out of lease sites or pull heavy trailer with it, you might want to put a few extra bills with it and go for the upper, you know, Silverado or Sierra, you know, probably 2,500 or so, something with a little more, you know, towing capacity, a little more size. 2 people in there, full-grown adults with you know, wider shoulders. They tend to touch between the 2 front, you know, bucket seats. But again, you do pay and lose a little for the difference and the size of the truck. Definitely, I do not regret, at this point anyway, the purchase of this here truck. The dealership that I deal with has been excellent through the warranty process and the recalls process. They've been excellent. I haven't, like I said, have any complaints with neither the truck nor the dealership at this time. So really, time will tell. Hopefully everything still goes around and round the way it always has. But this has been a 1 year later kind of look at the 2015 GMC Canyon. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.